Well, welcome to the Tea and Coffee Hub, where Steve and I are basically giving you some clarity on your business. And have you ever laughed so hard at someone's conversation that you were trying just not to piss yourself because you're laughing way too hard at what they're saying?
Many times.
I know that sounded like so over the top, but it's a conversation I hear way too many times. And when I hear it from somebody who is I'm going to say semi-successful. Maybe they're at six figures with a small business, which a small business at six figures, seen as the average is what, 48,000 a year is a small business average
Yeah,
for those
it's right
that are
around
like doing all the
50.
taxes and finances and stuff. They're semi-successful. They're 100,000. What they've got is working. And you know what they always say? Well, I'm going to say 80% of the time they say, wait for it. You sure you're going to wait for it? They'll say
Embrace
whatever
it.
their business is, Grayson, I'm not saying they have a car wash business, just because I know that's lucrative if you can get into it. It can easily get you to the six figures. It can definitely be a low expenditure, high profit business.
Mhm.
They've got themselves a car wash business. They're up to six figures, and they're like, "Damn, we're doing good." It's like, "Yeah, you are." You know what I need to do next? What do you need to do next? I think we need a car dealership. And then you know what we should do? We should do those like custom wraps for cars where we can make people have the cars that they want. Oh, and you know what else would be totally cool? Maybe we could do like custom seats for cars as well. And then, people get hungry when they're doing all this. So I think we should open a diner next to the car wash.
Jeez.
Have you heard these? You see where I'm going with this conversation, right, Steve?
Yeah, it's things that, it's good to have other revenue streams in your business, but you got to focus on one to begin with. But it needs to be related to your business. I mean, you went from car wash to car dealership, and that's like that is a jump. That's a whole different business, whole different industry, whole different everything. Well, why not go to your car dealerships and work at a joint venture partnership, have them refer people to you for car washes for their first year, and it's
Oh,
another
that's a really
income
good point.
stream.
So I actually have someone who did a car wash and they came up with all these things and I was like,
Oh,
well, hang on. And they said, but I just want to be different. I want to stand out. And I threw out such a random idea at them. And it was random as all get out. It cost them $10,000 to install it into their car wash
hmm.
because they had to redo a little area one side of it. That $10,000 installation for everything they did netted them 192,000 that year.
Nice.
I said, what if you added two pet basins on the side where people could go and wash their dogs at the same time? Because they kept going on about their pets. They love their dogs and they kept complaining about their dogs. Great, add a pet basin. So they literally had it built where there was one of those like cut out like little pieces
Yeah.
where they drop money in and they could hose off and shampoo their own dog themselves. No one was there to work it. They were in a very muddy area, lots of hiking and trekking and that. So it worked very well for that particular area. But yeah, that is a stream of revenue that worked with the original and actually made more than the car wash in the first year.
Oh, absolutely. There's, we've been talking about what we call pillars of income streams. How do you find like those ancillary relatable products, but it's in demand of your clients if you would just listen a little bit deeper, understand
Mm-hmm.
your target market a little bit better, and you can find these extra income streams. And I know you and
Oh
I have
yeah.
always talked about like speakers because we work with a lot of people who are want to be professional speakers, who are professional speakers.
All
And
right.
what's our first question
Yeah.
that we always ask them?
Do you get paid to speak or do you speak paid from the back of the room?
That's first thing. And they always give us that, what's the difference?
Hmm.
So
Yep.
this is where our second question comes in, and it's, do you have a book or a program? And they always give us the same look. Why would I need a
Or do you
book?
even have coaching
Yeah,
or a course
a
or
workshop or something that's related to what you were up on stage doing. These are extra pillars of income. And let's take it all the way back to like, because now people are going to go, so what's the difference between, getting paid to speak or having a spot in the back of the room? So I'll let you explain all that.
I had to explain this on a call the other
Since you
day.
opened it up, yeah.
Yeah, because someone asked me the same question on a call the other day. I had a call and they wanted me to speak on stage, and there was several thousand people in the audience. Okay. And they offered me, it was just under $15,000 to be the keynote for that stage. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it, Steve? Like, hey, $15,000 in a day. I
Yeah.
turned them down because with that $15,000, I wasn't allowed to put contact information. If I wanted to give them a lead magnet, I had to print it so they could pick it up, and it couldn't have any contact information on there. I wasn't allowed to sell anything. I wasn't allowed to have a table. I wasn't allowed to talk to my courses, my programs, my books. I wasn't allowed to talk about any of that. So I said, how about you let me have a table and sell from stage in a non-salesy, non-aggressive way, and I will not take a single dime from you to speak. And they thought they had, I think they were a newer speaking routine at this point because they
Yeah.
thought they had made bank with that. They said
Absolutely.
yes so fast. But what I did is I created a lead magnet that was specifically designed for the audience. It was a 12-page PDF that
Mhm.
gave them some really good insights. And I had a huge QR code that popped up on my screen. So like, you know what? I love you guys. This is going to really help you out with this. So go ahead and snap this QR and sign up for this. I would say 90% of the audience did it. Yeah. So I added, anyone else? It was actually just over 7,000 people. So I think the audience was closer to 8,000 that signed up onto my email list. Now, what most people don't realize, for every person on your email list, you can average that equation down to $100 to $1,000 a year, depending on your programs.
Mhm.
So 7,000, if I aimed it at the low end with my programs, I just added $70,000 to my annual when they were offering me less than 15,000. I will tell you, I got more than $15,000 from that audience, from that list, that piece within the first 10 days after the event because of purchases and programs.
And this is why every business should have multiple income streams. We've seen it time and time again. You're thinking, okay, that's good for speaking. It can work in a majority of businesses. Okay, let's pick on
Mm-hmm.
name a major brand out there. I
Well,
bet
how about we just go with industries to make it even easier for them?
industries. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
P&G has how many brands underneath them? Talk about income streams. They're the master
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, God, yeah. But let's break it down for a small business owner.
Yeah.
What if someone's in the mechanics brand? I'm giving you a topic. Come on, Steve, break it down. Come on, give me
Yeah.
some income streams for a mechanic.
Well, I've had a mechanic, an auto body or repair shop as a client in the past. First thing I did is walk into his business and I look around and I'm like, why are you not selling like wiper blades and tires? These are all related to what you do in the shop right there, like 20 feet
Air
away.
fresheners for the car.
Air fresheners. It was like car covers, window covers, the shades. And he looked at me like, well, I have this room. It was this dirty, dark room attached to their waiting room. I'm like, that's your
Clean
sales
it.
room. We I went in and helped the guy clean it out, and he stocked it, and it became a major revenue stream for his business because people are sitting there waiting, give him something to shop.
Hmm. Yeah.
And he
Did
had
they
a
have a vending
crowd.
machine?
Yeah, we added a vending machine and a snack machine. And then we also created a catalog of all the things that he can add onto cars because he knew he had a certain demographic and they were mostly retirees. Well, they don't want to necessarily deck out their vehicles, but they want to make
Right.
sure that the one thing was that a lot of snowbirds, for those of you, we're in Arizona, so we have snowbirds. People come from the north, live here for the winter time, then go back up to their northern area in the summer. So he started, I said, why don't we create a winter or a travel package? So they just came from like Minnesota to Arizona. It's time to get your car inspected because you just did this long drive. So he did that, and then he did the travel package going back home. Let's get your car prepped to go back up north. Crushing it, just crushing it. He goes, I am so busy for 2 straight months. We can't keep up with all these vacation or travel ready packages. And he was
Right.
a license to print money.
Yeah. You see, you can have streams of income in so many different ways. The problem is a lot of people get way too excited.
Yeah.
And I see this so often. They get so excited that they think they can do 250 different things. They
Yeah.
also launch different brands that they're doing. Well, I launched 6 brands this week.
Oh, that's
Are you
confusing.
making money on any of them?
Nope. So I'm going to give you one. This was one of my clients. This is going to be a crazy one. They made
Ooh,
ceramic tiles. Ceramic tiles. That's their that was their business.
I think
They
I remember this story.
they sold retail and wholesale. And I was, well, once we cleaned up their product mix and reduced their product line, got rid of the dogs, it was like, so what do people, because you're selling it directly online and people are buying this like cases of tiles and it's all do-it-yourselfers. So how do they do it? And they told me all about it and they were experts in this. And I'm like, so why are you not selling a do-it-yourself package with the mortar, a video, instructions, all the tools that they need? And they thought I was crazy. I said, let's just create one, put it on your website. The thing started out selling tiles. Next thing you know, Home Depot and Lowe's wanted this starter do-it-yourself package that blew up. I mean, and I'm like, wow, we're gonna have to create a whole company because this thing has gone a little crazy. It went that crazy.
Yeah,
He bought the land next to it and started building a manufacturing just to make these kits, if you will.
yeah,
Meanwhile, stayed focused on his tile business. It increased his
right.
tile sales because he did a package.
Yeah. And you see, here's what I would have even recommended is a completely fun, funky, random thing that they could have added to their package to make more money. They could have also created a mosaic kit for when the
Yeah.
tiles get broken.
Oh,
And here's this little side kit that your kids can take all the broken tiles that you just did and turn it into art.
we
Like
never got
that's
that
still on
far,
the
but that's a good idea. And we actually started doing joint venture partners with contractors because guess what, folks? Guys are notorious as screwing up do-it-yourself projects.
oh God.
So we had
Yeah,
him team up with joint venture partners. They would pay him to be on his list for all over the US or actually North America. So when someone screwed up, they can go to that list and find a contractor who understood the tiles and the products that this company sold and would give you a quote and go to fix it. So now he's
yeah.
making referral income.
Hmm. And they're also paying to be on the and when you do that smart, you pay to be on the list to be
Yep,
vetted. You pay the
they did.
vetting fee, and then you pay a percentage of the
Mhm.
contracts that you get through there, so you have a recurring passive income fee.
Exactly. Because they knew how many hits were going through to each contractor and they charged
Hmm.
accordingly.
Yeah. multiple streams of income isn't hard.
No.
What makes it difficult is just I'm picturing conversations I've had with some people in my head. And I think there's been some conversations where I've ended the conversation just staring at the screen, ending the call, and then just staring and blinking several times because I can't figure out how. And you heard how creative I was.
Hmm.
I made a kids' creative kit from a tile company, a dog spa, a car wash. So I'm
Yeah.
creative. We can agree. If you can give me streams of income and I can't connect the dots, how far apart do you think they
Right.
are? Yeah.
And I think that's where people need to get a little help too, because we all, no offense to anyone, we're all the same. I've,
Hmm.
been in business. We have the blinders on. We need the help to have someone help us unblind us, open those blinders up.
Hmm.
That's why we would say our accountability group, mastermind groups, a coach, a mentor, advisor, whatever it may be. If you're thinking about it, get the help because someone's going to ask you a million questions and you're going to start realizing, oh, the light bulb's going to go on and then you have another income stream. Let's say
Yeah.
that happens. What should
Well,
they do?
yeah. Well, I was going to say, we can even give a real life experience for between me and you. This was a couple of months ago. You were at an event, and I sent you a message saying, hey, I kind of need something to run by you. You got back to your room after the event and you were like, shoot, call me. I think we stayed on the call till like, what, 2 in the morning or something? It was like ridiculous. It was a
Yeah.
stupid time. It was like, it was past midnight, way past midnight. But I had had something pop in my head and I needed to know, is this a relative income stream or not?
Yeah.
And we had this conversation, broke it down. And we can share how we broke this down. I came to Steve with this idea. And then Steve was like, okay, so now how do we break it into the rule of three? What are the three things that you can do with this idea that fit within the mission of your business? What is your low offer, your mid offer, and your high ticket offer? And within that call, we created all three offers.
And we
And
even got
the way
deeper.
we got really deep on that call, but that's what we do. But how I started the call when Steve picked up, I was like, okay, Steve, I'm calling you because other people will just tell me I'm awesome and you will tell me to shut the fuck up. And Steve's like, you know I will,
Yeah.
but I have to run it by him. So if you have an idea, you're doing one thing and you're like, well, I think I should do this and add this to my business. I need you to come up with three potential revenue sources that one idea will give you that completely translates back to your original mission. So taking your mechanic, for example,
Yeah.
he already had the space in his mechanic shop. He had a room that was not being used. Selling windshield wipers. I always mix it up because I go British and American. Sorry. Get over it. That was a valid revenue stream. Adding the vending machines because people are going to be sat there for 2 hours waiting for the car to be fixed.
Exactly.
Might as well make money off them eating and drinking while they're there. These all tied all the way back. So your vending machine was your low ticket
Yeah.
because $2, $1, $3, $5. Your windscreen wipers, your covers, your car seat covers, your air fresheners. That's your mid because that could be anywhere from $5 for an air freshener up to $100 for a cover or more.
Yeah.
And then he also came up with his travel package, which was his high ticket item. So if you have an idea, can you turn it into three packages that are going to work with what you're doing? Now, I go even deeper in this. I'm a big fan of talking, and when I do my audit statements, you've seen them on my audits. I give you passive leverage, and active income stream ideas that work within your business. So this is the other thing you need to think about when you come to income streams. Is this an active, a passive, or a leverage? You want to explain active for me, Steve? because I think that's the one that most of them are doing.
Yeah, it's what are you doing to get it out there? What a marketing program behind it. You're actually, it's part of your business. You're telling everyone it's active. It's in front facing. I always, how about this? We use Amazon. Let's take Amazon. So when you looking at one thing, if you scroll down, what does it always say? People like you also liked that. Is that
Hmm.
active, passive?
That's in a way that is a bit of a leveraged one. I'm going to use your mechanic to
Yeah.
leverage.
One was
I'm going
very
to use your
active.
mechanic to, yeah,
Yeah, the
your
active was the
mechanic,
packages.
the packages. The active was the packages. The active was him fixing engines. The active was
Yep.
him replacing exhaust. This was him doing stuff. It took time from him. He couldn't, and if it didn't take time from him, it took time from his employees. Somebody's hands have to be involved in an active,
Yep.
which was his leveraged.
That was his showroom.
His showroom, because maybe somebody had to go, yeah, this windscreen, these wipers will fit your car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, you need to get this size car cover because that one won't fit. Someone
Right.
had to help, but it could be a bit back and
It's a
forth. It
little bit
wasn't
of
like
both.
all or nothing.
Right. You could do self-shop or go to the counter and ask questions.
Right. So that's your leverage. It needs some help. It doesn't need all the help. And then his passive, the vending machines. They put
Yeah.
money in, they get food out. Especially if you make a deal with someone who has a vending machine
Yeah.
company, that you get a percentage of the vending machine and they're the ones that restock and do all the
Yeah.
work.
And that's what we did because he didn't have the personnel or the time to deal with it. He could have bought a vending machine and did it himself. He eventually did because he bought the machine off that individual and he found the
Yeah,
products cheaper and he did it all himself. So it was 100% revenue. And his front desk person did it when they weren't that busy.
right. But you want to have all three different types of income in your
Yep.
business because if everything you do is active, oh, you're going to be exhausted.
Exactly.
So we've done a mechanic, we've done, a couple of auctions. What is the most random business you can think of that you can give an example of good income streams?
Oh my.
I'm
Well, if
thinking
you
random, random.
products and services, if you have that, you have the world's almost your oyster. You'll find something related. I mean, you and I both know someone who created a journal, and I think we both question them at different times. So what else do you do with the journal? And they go, "What do you mean? I just have the journal."
Hmm.
So it was like, well, how do they write in the journal? And they were like, with a
Yeah,
pen. Are you selling them a pen? Well, no.
why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
Does
I
it?
got one for you. I have what I think is going to be the toughest one to have income streams for. I know it's not tough because you'll come up with it, but this is what someone who's like a gardener.
Oh, gardeners. God, how many landscapers have I worked with?
I know this is why I'm thinking because if you can do this for a gardener, you can do this for a cleaning service. You can do it for any of these type of services where everyone thinks the whole purpose of the service is this person coming and doing the work.
Right. Oh, no, the gardener, landscapers I was always asking them, so do you plant the trees or remove trees? And they're like, well, we could, but it's not on our product list. So that's now part of what your service is. But I'm like, do you notice when you're like doing the landscaping that their house needs maybe painting or shingles are falling off their roof? They're like, oh, all the time, all the time. Do you have joint venture partners? What's that?
Bingo. What is a joint venture part? We'll do this real quick and not so deep because I know we're going to do a joint venture brew up in the new year for
Yeah.
people. I'm just, oops, did I sleep? I like that. Sorry.
Yes. A joint venture partner is someone like say, okay, I'm the landscaper, Karen is a roofer. I'm doing someone's landscape. I see the roofs and the shingles are falling off and they're getting on the lawn. I mean, I'm having problems with it. I will talk to the owner. I go, Okay, you have shingles coming off. I'm just giving you an idea. I know someone who can fix that for you that I fully trust. Can I connect you to? They say, well, of course, because we're having this problem. So I connect them with Karen. Karen now talks to them about their roof. They say, yes, we need Karen's help. I now get a piece of that action by referring Karen to that customer.
Hmm.
And it was a natural conversation, not a sales pitch.
Right. And here's the other thing, and this is like controversial, but it's not controversial, but a lot of companies are actually using this to make an income. They're taking their cleaning business, gardening business, these very service-based
Mhm.
video businesses, and they're creating videos of the before and afters. These videos are getting a lot of views, a lot of content, a lot of eyes on them. And then also getting them where they don't even have service for the person. So they could create it. There's a lady in the UK who does cleaning videos of absolutely like hoarders' houses. That's what she does. And she does all these videos. Someone here in the US won't hire her to clean a house, but she has made sure she's in creator funds, so she's getting paid for views on her YouTube. Shocker, that's passive.
Mhm.
She has lists of the products that she uses with affiliate links in the descriptions. Hang on, is that another stream of income there, Steve?
Absolutely.
And she also has little workbooks you can download if you need some more how-tos, which are very low priced amount downloads. So just because you have a service thing that you think, well, I have to go there and do this work,
Mhm.
you doesn't mean you can't have partnerships. You can't create content that people watch for creator programs. You can't do affiliate links for the products that you use. You can't give little how-to videos that you charge for. That's a whole bunch of things you can make extra money with.
Absolutely. Well, I've done it with CPA firms. They thought I was crazy. What do you mean? We do taxes. Next thing you know, they had, I think, about 9 different income streams coming in, and they still do
Yeah,
taxes.
yeah. So I want to just kind of wrap this up a little bit because I think we need to really make one point clear. All the examples that we have given, they all fit in one umbrella.
Mhm.
We're not trying to make you own the entire town with every single thing that you can think of to shove into your
Mhm.
pocket. They all fit very neatly, some creatively, like putting a doggy self-serve doggy spa in a car wash. They already had the water pressure. People are already going there to wash the cars after going out in the country and trekking. Why not rinse the dogs off while they're at it? Yeah. But it's not random.
No, you do have to put some thought into it, and this is where that outside help definitely helps to play a little bit of a devil's advocate to make sure it also fits your business mission, your vision, your model, your demographics. There's other things to take in consideration. Like with the landscaper, he worked only on homes with a certain value attached to the home. Why?
Hmm.
Because he knew at this value, I can get paid. That was he did the research and knew that. And he said, his whole tagline was, instead of keeping up with the Joneses, be the Joneses.
Oh,
And
that's a great
people
marketing
hired.
tagline.
He so he went to those kind of homes and they were immaculate. Everyone home on streets. And then he also did other marketing techniques, which we're not going to get into. But by adding all these other income streams, it didn't take much time for him and it was a natural conversation. And then finally we ended up giving him a guide, 10 creating a guide with him, 10 things you should know about a landscaper. And one of them was ask them who they know to do roofing and all this. Of course, he's the guy who's handing it. They're asking him.
Yeah, yeah. And have income. And like this is the other reason I want to make sure we talk about this because I'd seen this. It happened to you, Steve. I'm sorry. I'm bringing up a sore subject here. One of your business, you just had that one stream of income, that
Yeah,
one thing going, and then you had the tech bubble go.
that's it. Pop.
What happened?
Tech bubble burst, so did my business. All the eggs were in
Hmm.
one basket and one basket only. Yeah.
How many eggs are your baskets? How many baskets are your eggs in now?
Oh God. At least 2 dozen. I'd say
But
around
do they
20.
all make sense for your business?
Yeah. And do I talk about all of them at once?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. The point we're making here is multiple streams of incomes are smart.
Mhm.
It's a highly intelligent move for your business. It is a dumbass move for your business when you decide to make it a random platter of nonsense that I can't draw a Sharpie line between them. And trust me, if there was a way to draw the line, I could probably find it. My mind is wacky like that. And if I can't draw the line, well, you're way off base, darling.
Yeah. It's not an all-you-can-eat buffet here. You don't have to have everything out there. Think of it as a
Yeah.
fine dining establishment. They have certain things that fit their who they are, who their market is, and they offer those things. And it makes sense.
So I think our question this week has to be, I know I want a challenge and I want them to put done in the comments. This is the challenge. I'm actually going to make them do something. And you are going to have to own that you did. This is like a mini accountability. And if you're doing this and we see they're done, we know you're willing to take accountability. And you'll probably get a very personalized invite to the accountability group when it, you know, join in because we know you're willing to do what it takes for your business. You need to create a 1 to 2 page PDF of a guide or something similar that works with your business that you can use as a completely passive income. And when I say complete, does not have to be expensive. Some of the best passive guides I've seen have been $5 and under
Yeah.
because they're like, well, I won't make money with $5. And then one of my clients, I just sold 1,000 of these. And it was a $4.50 guide. How much did they just make in like a month?
Exactly. I had a
Were they
CPA.
complaining about $4 guide?
No, CPA
Oh,
created a guide, 10 things how to find perfect CPA. He took it from my book or my guide, and I said, take it, but let's make it yours. Guess what? He hands that out to people when he speaks now. And at the bottom is like, you have questions, call me. That little dang guide bringing him probably a 500,000 to $1 million a year.
yeah. So your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to create a 1 to 2 page PDF guide and tell us that you did it. Own it. Take a positive step in your business today.
Do it. It won't take long,
Any
folks.
any last moments for you, Steve? Any last things you want to add to this?
Yes, you're the expert in whatever you do. To come up with 10 things that people should be looking for or asking about how to hire people like you in your industry. Of course, it's going to be very slanted toward you. Of course, better be. It's your guide.
Mm-hmm.
You already know these. What are questions people ask you all the time? There you go. They've already given you the research. Well, I hear this question all the time. Goes in your guide.
And
Why
if you're
not?
drawing a blank, there's a website that's free. It's called Answer the Public, answerthepublic.com. Go in there, type your keyword for your business, and see what people are asking on Google. Oh my God.
Oh my God. And it's free.
For 3 searches a day.
Come on, folks. Just take action. Get it
Do
done. It'll help
something.
your business.
Well, I
All
think
right.
that's it for this week. We've got
That's
to
it.
making them do something. So,
Let's see those
should we be nice
comments.
to them next week?
I don't know. We'll see.
Don't know.
We
We'll
just
see.
want you to help. We're here to help you grow your business, make it a lot easier, but you got to take action.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to all those done comments.
Now let's see them. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. Thanks for joining us on the Tea and Coffee Hub podcast today. We hope you enjoyed today's conversation and it left you inspired, equipped, and ready to take your next step, whether that's in life, business, or maybe both.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes, and connect with us online and in person. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time,
Keep sipping,
keep growing,
take action,
and stop making excuses.